Who's ready to do a little writing today?
Go.
Ooh, I went home and I looked at all of your papers from yesterday, the quick check, because yesterday we talked all about that first step of the writing process, which was pick an idea. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then you told me, where are some places we can get ideas? Does anybody remember? And I checked. Some of you had it, and some of you were like still kind of working on it. Who remembers? Where are some places that writers can collect ideas? Yes.
From friends.
Yes, from your friends, from talking with your friends. What's another place you might be thinking and you might get an idea from?
From the beach.
From the beach. And then we talked about how that was a special memory or event that she's looking forward to. So sometimes things that we do in our life, like going to the beach, might give us an idea for writing. I'll take one more. Yes, you are absolutely right. So before we get into this writing lesson, let's see if who can remember the writing process. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Remember, this is a process. What shape do we see? It makes a circle. Why? Because does writing ever end?
No.
No, writing never ends. It goes over and over and over. And remember how I told you that I'm also an author? And I've written, I think, 7 books. Some of books are for grown-ups and some books are for kiddos. And guess what? The moment I get a book and I send it out into the world, guess what I'm already doing? Thinking of a brand new idea for a new book. It just happens over and over and over. So I'm never done. When I'm a writer, I'm always working, okay? So let's see here. Who's sitting up nice and tall? Let's warm up. Give me energy the first time. Are you ready? First things first.
First things first.
Pick an idea.
Pick an idea.
Second step.
Second step.
Plan it out.
Plan it out.
Third step.
Third step.
Right.
Right.
Fourth step.
Fourth step.
You've got to revise.
You gotta revise.
What's revised?
Let's revise.
Make it better.
Make it better.
Fifth step.
Fifth step.
You've got to edit.
You got to edit.
Edit means
Edit means
fix all the things.
fix all the things.
Last step.
Last step.
Golden step.
Golden step.
Send your work
Send your work
into the world.
into the world.
Yes. And that's what I was just saying. As soon as we send it out into the world, then what do? Pick a new idea. And then we get to do it again. And then every time you go through this writing process, your writing gets a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better every single time. It's so cool. So today we are going to move to this second step, plan it out area. Yesterday we did first things first, pick an idea. So today we're going to do what? Second step, plan it out. Let's get into it. So here's our target for today. Okay, we're going to make a plan for our writing and share it with a friend. And I'm going to talk to you about why that's so important to share your plan with a friend. Okay, so let's make sure we all know what our job is today. Repeat after me. I can make a plan,
Make a plan.
make a plan,
Make a plan.
and share it with a friend.
Share with a friend.
Yes, I love that. That's your job today. We're going to learn how to make a plan for our writing, and we're going to learn how to share it with a friend, okay? So let's just have a look here. So yesterday, actually, we'll come back to that. So here are a bunch of pictures that I'm going to show you. And what I love about these pictures is they're full of shapes. They're full of shapes. And these shapes can help us with writing. Everyone say, how?
How?
I'm going to show you. So these are things that we can use to organize our writing. It's called structure. That's a big word. Everyone say structure.
Structure.
Yeah. All that means is how we're going to organize our writing. And look at these shapes, right? And I actually brought posters that we can look at. And I'm going to show you all 3 of them, but then we're just going to work with one, okay? Let's see what we have first. Ooh, I like this one. Take a look at that poster. Just what do you notice? It says informational writing structure. And that's just how we're going to organize it. Just take a look at the arrows. And what do you notice? What do you notice right here at the top? What do you notice at the bottom? I'd like you to look for 10 more seconds, and then you're going to talk about this with your neighbor. Look. 3, 2, 1. Have a conversation about this poster. Go.
Does he see the right side of the
Zero. Oh my goodness. Can I have your attention back? Wow. I was listening to a lot of people at the same time. I heard people saying the most important part, which was there are arrows and they're all pointing to the same thing. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah.
We have a circle in the middle and we have a circle. Well, they're kind of like ovals, aren't they? Kind of smushed down circles. And whatever these circles are, there's an arrow with it and it's pointing to the same thing. Yeah. And then what did you notice about this? What's this person doing? Yeah, kind of saying what? Hi. And then what is this person saying? Taking a bow. Oh, so this is kind of like the beginning or like hello, introduction. And then down here, this is the end. Yeah, it's over. Because this helps us remember that when we write, we have to open up our writing by saying something to let people know what we're about to write. And then when we're all done writing, we have to close our writing and bring it to a nice end. But what happens in the middle can change. So this is informational. This means if I wanted to write a book about, do you remember yesterday when I made a plan? I'm sorry, when I did an idea sheet? Can I show you my idea sheet now? Because I went home and I did a little more work. Let me show you. I really wanted this idea sheet to be nice because I'm going to come back to this idea sheet over and over and over. So I needed to make sure it's going to be nice. So I went home and I worked on it. Oh.
Wow.
Right? And it's the same sheet from yesterday, but I just cleaned it up a bit. And I wanted it to be really good. So now I can make a book about plants. Remember that one? Beach. What's that one? Remember when I had an empty box yesterday? I was like, oh, I could write a book about outer space because I love outer space. I think it's so cool. Do you remember that one? Who was the baby in my life? That was my nephew. That's exactly right. I also like trees, and I could write about, there's another cooking. Yes, I like cooking. So I can make some writing about cooking. So here's the deal. If I wanted to write about planets, I might use this poster. And what would I put in the middle if I'm going to write planets? I would put planets. Yes, that's exactly right. And then guess what I would do? I would fill up all these bubbles with information about planets. I might talk about how many planets there are and where they are and what their names are. And I would fill this information up. All this information would have to be about what? Planets. Exactly. That's one structure. Everyone say informational. Informational. Let me show you one more real quick. Ooh, I like this one. This one's my favorite. Just look. It's a little bit different. Some things are the same, but some things are different. What do you notice? Have a conversation. 10 seconds, go. Attention, please. I love it. Okay. Does this one start the same way as the other one? Yeah. We have an introduction. We're going to open up our writing. And later, you'll get lots of strategies and tricks for how to do this really well. And then, of course, we're going to close our writing. But right here in the middle, it's different than this one, isn't it? What did you notice? There's an oval at the bottom. And what do we see at the top? Squares with what?
Arrows.
And all those arrows are pointing to something. This one is if you're going to write a piece of writing where you're trying to get somebody to agree with you or to think the way you think or persuade somebody or give your opinion about something. This is what you're going to use. You're going to put what you want. Maybe I want a brand new car and I'm going to try to convince my husband to get us a brand new car. So I'm going to say new car right here. And then I'm going to give 3 really good reasons why we should get a new car. I might say if we get a new car, it's going to give better gas mileage and we'll be able to save money. And if we get a new car, we can have more room and we can stretch out in there. And if we get a new car, I will be happy, right? That's a good reason right there, right? So that is how we're going to use this structure. All right, so everyone say opinion,
Opinion.
persuasive,
Persuasive.
argumentative.
Argumentative.
That's a big old word, but all of it kind of means the same thing. I want something, and I'm going to give you reasons why you should agree with me or why you should give me what I want. I have one more. Can you handle one more?
Yeah.
This is the one we're going to use today. Everyone say narrative.
Narrative.
Ooh, just look at this one. This is your last one. So look, look, look. And then look very closely at these little dots. They might be a little hard to see, but look close. Can you see that in the back? I'll come over there. You see those little dots? The dots kind of change, don't they? From box to box to box. All right. See that? Okay, have a conversation about this one. Go. When I say writing, you say workshop. Writing. Writing. Excellent. Okay, eyes back on me. Ooh, does it start the same as these two?
Yeah.
So what have we learned so far? Anytime we write something, we need to open it up with a nice, strong introduction. And when we're done writing, we have to bring it to a close. That's right. But what happens in the middle? Does this look different?
Yeah.
It does. I have a red, I have a yellow, and I have a blue box. What changed in each box? What did you notice?
I noticed that there's circles on the box, but they're different because one, when the circle is on that side,
Uh-huh.
and the other circle's on the middle, the other circle's on the end.
That's exactly right. That's because, do you want to say one more thing? Go ahead.
The rectangles are different.
The rectangles are different. That's exactly right. What do you think these circles are trying to tell us? That when we do this kind of writing, narrative writing, which is a story, I bet if I tell you this first one, you can get the second two. Stories can have a beginning. Stories can have a
Middle.
I knew you were going to get it. And stories can have an
End.
Oh my goodness, you are the smartest. Are you sure this isn't first grade?
Yeah.
You guys are tricking me. You guys are first graders, aren't you?
No.
Not yet? Oh, you're so smart. I'm so impressed with you. So this is the one we're going to work with today. I almost lost it, but I caught it. This is the one we're going to work with. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to leave this one here because we want to make sure that when we're making our plan today, we can remember how we're going to structure this writing. Here we go. Now, I have my idea sheet, okay? And we are going to get a planning sheet that looks like this. It looks just like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, it has 3 boxes. What is this box for? The
Beginning.
This box is the beginning, this box is the
Middle.
and that box.
End.
This everyone say text structure.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're doing big work right now. You're doing work that like 3rd, 4th, 5th graders do. They have to organize their writing too. Guess what? You can do it in kindergarten too. All right, because we understand these shapes are beginning, middle, and easy. We understand we're going to open up our writing and we're going to close our writing. And I'll show you some tricks for how to do that. Okay, which one of these am I going to write about today? I want to write a story with a beginning and a middle and an end. So I have to do first things first, pick an idea. That's my job right now. What should I pick? I could do plants, but I don't know if I want to tell a story about plants today. I could do a story about the beach. You know what? I think I'm going to stick with what I was thinking yesterday. Can I tell the story of my nephew?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to pretend pick this up. I have my nephew in my hand, and now it's time to make a plan. The first thing I'm going to do is just kind of talk my story out loud. You're going to be my partner, okay? All right. So when I first met my nephew, I remember I got a phone call, and they said, hurry up, come to the hospital. Your sister's about to have the baby. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I jumped in the car, and I got to the hospital, and I was so excited. And then the doctor came out and said, oh, it's not time yet. You have to wait. And I thought, oh boy, okay. I was so excited. We had to wait, and guess what? We had to wait 9 hours. I mean, my goodness. And we stayed the whole time because we were worried if we left As soon as we left, what do you think would happen? The baby would have been here. And we were like, no, we can't miss the baby. So we stayed. And I remember the chairs were like not very comfortable. And we were eating food out of the vending machines. And, we were just waiting because we were so excited. But then I remember someone came to the door and said, he's here. And we jumped up and we went into the room, and I got to hold this cute little bundle. And immediately I fell in love with my nephew. And I said, oh, we are going to be best friends forever. How's that story make you feel?
Good.
Yeah. I tried to put some good feeling in there. So let me show you what I've done so far. So since I went ahead and picked my nephew's story, I started my plan. I did not finish my plan because I want to think about what did I say happened at the beginning, what did I say happened in the middle, and what happened at the end. So, I have a clock here at the beginning. Why do you think I put a clock? Yes.
Because you had to wait 9 minutes.
Because I had to wait. I wish it was 9 minutes. It was 9 hours. Oh my word. And look, remember what I said about the chairs? I want to put that in my story because what did I say about the chairs? Were they very comfy? No. I wanted to remember because that would be a good part to put in my writing. The chairs were so uncomfortable. Oh. Now let's move to the middle of my story. Finally, someone came to the door and they said, what? It's time. Come meet your nephew. And what happened as soon as I saw my nephew? Oh, I fell just in love. That's why my eyes look like hearts. You see that? Because I really want to show the people that are going to read this that I just fell in love with my nephew. Oh, he was so cute and so little. And then at the very end of my story, what happened? I looked at my nephew and I said, we're going to be
Best
friends forever. So I'm going to draw something that's going to help me because the whole point of a plan is so that I remember everything that I just said to you. Because what's going to happen is if I turn this into writing, I might come back and I might forget some of the things I wanted to say. And I might be like, oh man, I really wanted to say this and I forgot. So a plan is going to help me get the big ideas on the paper. And then I'm going to use this later to start writing. So this is a very important step. So I'm going to talk about waiting, meeting him for the first time. And then I ended my story with a big feeling. Oh, we are best friends forever. So I'm going to write BFF. What do you think that stands for?
Yeah.
Best friends forever. And I'm going to put a talk bubble because that's what I said to him. And I'll draw myself right there, but I'll just look like a smiley face and I'm going to label it me. Right? Now, if you notice, what did I do when I went home? I made my plan look a whole lot better. Do you think my idea sheet. Do you think I'm going to let my planning sheet stay like this?
No.
You think I'm going to make this look a little better too?
Yeah.
But not right now because I want you guys to get busy writing. So I'm just writing real quick in front of you and then I'm going to go make this look really good. Why? Because I don't want to forget. And if I scribble like I showed you yesterday, am I going to remember what I wanted to put in my story? No, I'm going to go, oh man, that's too sloppy and I went so fast and I didn't pay attention. So that is what you're going to get to try to do today. Now here's the deal. I know yesterday some of you were still working on your idea sheet. Guess what?
What?
That's great. If you're not done with this, that is your first job today. When I send you off to write, I want you to finish this. Perfectly fine. You work where you need to work. But there were a few of you that finished this and it looks really good. And you were ready to start planning. So what is the first step of the writing process? First things first?
First things first. The idea.
Pick an idea. Some of you are ready to do just that. You get to look at your ideas and pick one. What did Mrs. Tab pick?
You baby nephew.
Yep. So really, I can put a check mark or I can even cross it off because I've already done that idea. I'm planning this out right now. And then when I'm all done with the writing process, I get to come back and pick a new idea. Yeah, but right now, I'm writing the story of my nephew. And all I've done so far is start my plan. Do you guys think you could figure out what to do today?
Yes.
Thumbs up if you are still on first things first, pick an idea. And that is perfectly okay. You need to finish this. Who needs to finish this today? I love it. Thumbs down. Who says, you know what? My planning sheet looks pretty good. I think I'm actually ready to plan it out. Do I have anybody that's ready to plan today? A handful of people. I love that you know exactly what you need to do as a writer today. That's amazing. Okay, so